Aloha and welcome to March 2012 Oahu's Real Estate Report. As you can see from the first Oahu map, up in the right hand corner at the top, you'll see that the ACS percentage for single family homes is 44%. That's a pretty good number. Condos is at 37. Not quite the best, but improving dramatically. ACS is a percentage of the amount of inventory that is in escrow as compared to the total inventory for sales. So you're looking at 44% of single family homes in escrow under the ACS category, condos at 37. Single family home average for sale price is $973, $243. You can also see what prices in escrow, $874, $597. Single family homes average sold price $940,651. Oahu condo average for sale price $475, $274. As you can see from the island map, much is improved for this month. Pay particular attention to areas such as Mililani Town, which have 110% of their for sale inventory in escrow. Or how about Makakilo condos at 191%. So to put it mildly, there is now a major shortage of inventory for sale in various places on the island. You can look further and see the direction of the green and red arrows. Green is for condos, red is for single family homes. Take a look at the direction, whether they're up or down. If they're down, they're below the average ACS for Oahu percentage. If they're up, then they're over. So, how well is the ACS performing for single family homes in March? Take a look. The graph pretty much tells it all. It just skyrocketed this past month. March took off 44%. If you go back to November 08, that's a long climb from 11% in November 08. Wow. Housing is definitely of interest to a lot of people right now, and this is great to see. The condo ACS is performing quite nicely as well. As you can see from the graph, it's gone up to 37% from the previous month at 35, the previous month before that at 28. It too has steadily climbed out of an abyss back in November, December 08, and continues to climb as we head into the peak selling season. First off, don't be too concerned about the unit sales for single family homes. Yes, it's 8% off, but that was from 12 months ago, same time period, March of 2011. They had 246 sales recorded. This past month of 2012, 226 were recorded. Don't be, like I said, too concerned over this. What is developing here is that although we're seeing a graph with a downward trend in sales, you're going to realize that the downward trend pretty much occurred last year, late last year. What is happening now is we're seeing a ton of homes going into escrow, and those do not show up as unit sales until approximately 60 days from now. So have no fear, this will all work out. On the condo side of things, we see a -3%. Again, as I mentioned, 12-month period is no big deal. The only trouble is that condos are not performing up to expectations for this time of year. We need to see a lot more unit sales going in. They are on the rise, but if you take a careful look at the graph, you'll see that the rise at 335 unit sales is pretty close to the peak during the summer months of 2011. I just don't think we're going to see a lot from condo unit sales this year until prices, unfortunately, come down a little bit in condos. That's my crystal ball prediction, for what it's worth. As you can see, the average sold price for single-family homes during March is pretty flatline, and it came in at $940,651. I like to track average sold prices because they really reflect much more of what is really truly happening in the marketplace instead of medians, which are just simply that, the middle of the high and the low. It doesn't give you a sense for the reality of how expensive Hawaiian homes are. In this case, you can see how expensive Hawaiian homes are, and it's the high end that is predominantly selling at $940,000. The average price for a condo in Oahu is $426,312. And again, it's even more flatline than what we've seen from a couple of the spikes for single-family homes. It's only a 4% different from March of 2011. And the condo prices have pretty much remained flatline. They're not going down, they're not going up, so I guess that's good news. I like to track the percentage of inventory that is sold for the month. It's just one more indicator of how the health is of a particular market. In addition to ACS percentages, this gives us an idea of the total inventory that is selling. For single-family homes, it's 21%, and it's been fairly consistent since back in 2008. The percentage of inventory sold for condos is exactly where it was of March 2011, 22%. So there hasn't been much change from 1 month of 1 year to the next. It did take a dip. It's, again, it's not going up, it's not going down, but it's remaining consistent, which is good. This has got to be one of my most favorite areas in doing these reports, because the Honolulu Board of Realtors reports what they call list-to-sell ratios. All the real estate data in the MLS system is tied to a property address. Any changes in the listing for sale are recorded by the board to the property address. Any changes in the listing price, price reductions, how many times the property has been relisted and by whom, all the recordings are done into the multiple listing service and are tied to the property address and the MLS number. In this example of what I call sold at full price or more, this is for all the price ranges available on the Oahu single-family home market. List-to-sale ratios can be anywhere from 100% plus to 50% for that matter. These reports produced by the board do not show how many times the property address was relisted, nor do they show the price reductions. This is kept away from the general public. So on these graphs, which I produced for the single-family homes and the condos, I've shown the real figures of what was sold at full price or more. Please pay particular attention to the days on market for all the homes sold and compare it to the days on market for the homes sold at full price or more, the ones that really did. Because you'll see that a home that is priced correctly pays for itself. It's never wise to overprice a home. So in the report circulated to the public announcing the latest list-to-sell percentage ratios, the average amount of single-family homes sold in March 2012 reportedly sold at 100% or more of list price by the Honolulu Board of Realtors was 33% for March of all the sold listings. This is absolutely not true. If you take out the price reductions and or the relistings, the true figure falls to 24%. The true average sold at full price or more for the year to date is only 23%. Okay, so now we're looking at the same thing for condos. The average was reported sold for condos at full price or more at 33% for the month of March. But in reality, it was only 24%. The true average sold at full price or more year to date is only 17%. It might also be said that from looking at the last two graphs, the one you're looking at now and the preceding one for single-family homes, in reality, year to date, 77% of single-family homes were priced incorrectly, if only 23% sold at full price or more year to date, and only 83% of condos were priced incorrectly. So you can see a complete advantage in knowing that your realtor most likely will have the correct pricing. If you don't trust them, call me. I'll help you with this. Wait till you get into the next slide. It's a real mind blower. If you take all the top listing brokerages on the island of Oahu, you come out with 4 of the major ones. So I took all of the best top producing unit sales volume brokerages on this island for the month of January and came out with the true percentages of what they sold at full price or more. Now this is amazing. At the most, they sold 36% of your listings at 36%. There was even one top brokerage that sold at 0% of their listings. Go ahead. Want to list with them? If you want more detailed information on this, send me an email. Here's the other side of the coin for condos. These are the top 4 again. Total unit volume. Top selling brokerages on the island. At the most, they sold 31% of your listings at full price or more. These are the true figures. And then again, there's another guy there. Top unit volume brokerage on the island sold 0% of your listings at full price or more. It's a little scary, isn't it? It pays to check out the brokerage and the agent you are contemplating in selling your home regardless of relationships. You deserve the most for your home. And I can do this for you. What's also interesting is you can find these percentages, the true percentages of homes sold at full price or more, by price range on my website. Just go to OahuRealEstateStatistics.com. You want to know what's even scarier? Take a look at this graph. This is for Oahu single-family homes, March of this year. These are your odds of selling at all price ranges. And again, you can go to my real estate website and pull up the odds of selling your home by various price ranges. Let's be realistic here. There are so many listings that come onto the market every year. There are only so many that sell. So many that are taken off the market, either through withdrawn listings or expired listings. But here you have it, single-family homes. The odds of selling the entire island is 15%. That's right. Condos is up next. And so here are the condos. Overall, the island, for all price ranges, your odds of selling are 17%. This is simply looking at every month the number of homes sold against the total amount of inventory for sale. You can look at this as your odds, and here they are. Again, all of this is located on my website. They're great resources to have. Buyers will be able to negotiate from a position of knowledge and strength and knowing what the odds are and what the chances are for a seller getting a full price offer and selling their home. For sellers, this knowledge allows them to sell at the best price and quickly. I believe there are a lot of issues that can be taken up with the Honolulu Board of Realtors, and days on market, otherwise known as DOM, is just one of them. My belief is that the current way the board measures days on market only measures the homes that are priced correctly that go into escrow, because the board measured DOM by the amount of time it takes for a home to receive an accepted offer. This is not the right way, in my opinion, to measure days on market. These are just simply homes that were priced correctly that relatively quickly went into escrow. And then again, it took 71 days according to them. For condos, the Honolulu Board of Realtors reports that for the month of March, the days on market was 74 days, which is only a 4% increase from where it was this time a year ago. The correct method of measuring the days on market, in my opinion, would be to measure the age of the market, or how long a home has been on the market. Not just the ones that go into escrow because they were priced correctly and received an offer right away. Want to get ready for the correct days on market coming up next. Here's the correct method, according to my opinion, on how to measure days on market. You measure the whole length of time the home has been on the market. So instead of 70 or 71 days on market, we're at 111 days on market. That's a huge difference. Wait till you see what it is for condos. Condo days on market, the correct way, according to my opinion, is at 108 days for the month of March. It's a 6% increase over where it was this time last year. So overall, you can see there's a pretty big difference between the way the Honolulu Board measures days on market and what I believe is the correct way of measuring days on market. Here's a new feature that I personally do myself because it helps me focus and see everything on one page. I call these multi-graphs. I've also had these available by each distinct price range, just like I do on odds of selling your home or what really sold at 100% or more. On this graph you can see single family homes and how the inventory level, denoted on the blue line, has come down since July of 2011. It's currently at 1,080 homes for sale. The second line, which is red, is what's in escrow. Now you can see that it's trending upwards. Remember I mentioned earlier that there's quite a few homes in escrow right now. You'll see the same thing happening. Sales are starting to pick up. That is the green line. So on one graph you can see the blue, what is for sale, the red, what is in escrow, and finally the green, which is sold. So you can kind of anticipate by looking at particularly the red line, what is in escrow, what is going to become future sales when they're recorded. On the condo side, here's my multi-graph for condos. Again, you can see the inventory, 1,511 for the month of March, and it's been steadily going downhill. Remember I said there is a shortage of inventory. Look at the tremendous increase we're experiencing in condos going into escrow. 546 this month. Sales are even on the upswing. These are great graphs to have, and again, they're available by price range. These particular graphs are for all of the price range combined. I think you'll find them very useful on my website to use. Remember I mentioned how bad the inventory is? Well, this is primarily what's happening. There are no new listings coming onto the market. This is very similar to what's happening in condos as well. We're experiencing a 17% decline in new listings from where it was a year ago at this time. Only 301 new listings were brought in March. And remember, sales are on the rise. What's going into escrow is on the rise. Overall, no matter what happens, unless we get new listings, you don't have sales. Mostly sellers don't want to sell right now. They're waiting for the market to bottom out and pick up, and they want to sell at a profit. Unfortunately, in these times, Hawaii, like other homeowners, is experiencing a tremendous loss of equity in their homes. Many of them have very near no equity or are already currently underwater. Distressed properties on Oahu are running 12% of total inventory for sale. For condos, it's at 8%. Next up, the condo slide. On the condo side of new listings, again, you can see a tremendous slide downwards, minus 20% from where it was this time last year. Last year, 476 new listings. This year, 381. The only good thing is that for the last few months, it looks like it's starting to level out. It's not a good sign for sales if we can't get new listings. The average price of a condo new listing is $445,136 for the month of March. It's off 2% from where it was this time last year. This graph is up and down like a yo-yo, but if you draw a flat line across it, it's fairly consistent. And this price range is not good for future sales. There are a lot of buyers purchasing in this price range because they're upgraded units. They're either gated communities, they're mostly townhomes, or semi-luxurious condos. But the preferred price for a lot of buyers is below $400,000. This graph shows the average price of new listings for single-family homes in March. It's fairly consistent, but it did peak out in the beginning of the year at $1,179,305. The current average price of new listings is $882,217, which actually is a good thing because most buyers right now are trying to buy at lower price ranges. If you look at the graph since March 2010, you can see it's fairly consistent except for that huge spike in December of 2010, which I think was something like a $30 or $40 million single-family home on the beach here in Kailua. That kind of made that big pointy object in the graph. So 882 for a new listing will definitely sell. A lot of buyers are looking in that price range. The inventory for condos, it's come down quite a bit too. But take a look at the end of 09. You'll see it was 1,588. At the end of March, it was 1,511. So we have hit, at this point, the bottom of the worst downturn in inventory for condos on Oahu. Now, hopefully, this will extend itself, and I think it will, because I think overall we're going to see an increase in condo inventory this year, and with it will be some price reductions. So as a recap for all these graphs, you're looking at new inventory coming on the market, which is not really happening. Here's the current inventory situation on Oahu for single-family homes. You can see how far it's come down since the heyday back in '07 and '08. Yeah, we all took a bath in the year 2010. Terrible year. You can actually see the sales cycles too. Beginning January 2010, goes up, comes back down at the end of the year. Last year, 2011, same thing. It's at the bottom, all at bell curve. Now we're at 1,080 units. Months of supply. I gotta caution, months of supply is not inventory. Months of supply and inventory are two different things. Months of supply is simply the average monthly demand divided into the amount of current inventory on hand. We get a months of supply. So right now at the end of March, single-family homes months of supply was 4.78, which is well below 6.00, which is worldwide known as the dividing line of whether it's a seller's market or a buyer's market. And this still goes in line with there's not much inventory out there when we've got 4 months of supply. Condominium months of supply, that's low too. We're at 4.51 months of supply at the current rate of sales. And it's almost the same as where it was last year. It's gone up and down. These up and down cycles will pretty much fall in line with the peak selling season, which I explained earlier runs anywhere from March through October of each year. Here is the Oahu map for months of supply. It's similar to the first map you saw in this video presentation. The average months of supply for single-family homes is currently at 5.34, which really isn't that far away from 6.00. Condo months of supply is 5.63, and that's pretty much the same thing. But if you look at, as of April 1st, this map, you can see that the overabundance of inventory, which is over 6 months of supply, thereby making it a buyer's market. Look at the top at North Shore area, 9.10 for homes, 8.58 for condos. Kapolei down in the bottom left-hand corner, 9.66 months of supply for single-family homes. Kaneohe on the right-hand side of the map, 7.80 months of supply. But everywhere else on the island, look how low the inventory is. Look at Makakilo condos, 2 months, 2.40. This pretty much tells the story. There's only selected areas on the island that have too much inventory. Overall, we don't have enough. Not to meet demand. So if you're like me, you probably want to know what the months of supply was island-wide last year at this time. Look at the difference. Oahu single-family homes, 6 months of supply. Oahu condos, 4.95. That's a lot of condos that came on the market in 12 months. Think about it. Look at Kapolei down in the left-hand corner, 3.70 months of supply. What a difference. Look at Kaneohe, 6.50 over there on the right-hand side. Yep, big difference between last year. You can, of course, shuttle back and forth between these two slides by just stopping and reversing the videos. Okay, let's see what's up next. Getting down towards the end of this video, we see the average for sale price on Oahu for single-family homes. Pretty flat line, but $973,000. On the next slide, you'll see the condos. The condo average for sale price has been jumping up and down a little bit, but still coming in at a high, $475,274. But then again, please remember that this is largely due in part to luxury condo sales. and townhome sales. So now you know almost everything there is to know about Oahu real estate. But you also need to know one final thing. Where is all this inventory and how is it priced? Take a look at the Oahu single-family homes for sale. Look at the price ranges. For single-family homes, 33% of the entire inventory is priced at $1 million plus. 34% is priced between $400,000 and $699,999. Whew, a little expensive. For condos, we see that 37% of the inventory is priced $400,000 plus, and 52% of the inventory is priced between $150,000 and $399,999. Take a look at the $800,000 wedge, 11% of the inventory. Here we can actually see what's sold for the month of March. Again, $1 million to $1,499,000. 10% of the sales were there. 13% was in $700 to $799. 18% in $400. Next up, condos. Here's your condo sales for March. 40% sold, priced at over $400,000. But then again, let's not forget all those sales that started out at $200,000 and culminated all the way up to $399,000. Now here's the best part. It's what is in escrow that is the most important thing you got to keep track of, because it's like having a crystal ball. These homes in escrow right now for the month of March will become recorded sales in another 60 days. So you can actually see what the trend is that currently in real time what buyers are looking for. Obviously, 22% are looking for condos or townhomes priced between $400,000 and $499,000. This is what's in escrow. These are real buying decisions. So you can see that, as far as popularity, you're running from $400,000 up through just below $800,000. As far as the high end goes, when you're looking at $800,000 plus, very few buyers right now are going into escrow at that price range. But this is for the entire island. Things dramatically change when you start doing these same type of charts for specific areas, like Kailua or Hawaii Kai. Current condos in escrow right now, you're looking at 18% priced between $250,000 and $299,000. That's where a lot of the sales are. But remember, there's a chunk of them looking at $400,000 to $499,000. So now you've got it. You know exactly where the inventory is, and you know a lot more than you did before you first started looking into what is happening with real estate on Oahu. I want to thank y'all for taking a look at this report, and if you have any questions, just give me a holler. You can either call my cell phone number, 808-384-9015, or you can send me an email at mikeg.rr.com. That's mikeg.hawaii.rr.com. How about that one? You'll find all this information on my website. Don't forget to visit OahuRealEstateStatistics.com. Oh, and visit my monthly Oceanic Cable real estate articles at AroundHawaii.com. I thank you.